647, Michael Cohen, 1320 WILS. Wow, you are going to be amazed when you hear where the germs are in your house. You could be holding something right now that's covered in them. Tricia Holderman is a germ expert with EliteFactsys.com. Tricia, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's EliteFactsys.com. And you guys do what kind of... Go ahead.
We clean hospitals, medical, and dental facilities. It's actually short for Elite Facility Systems.
Gotcha. And when it comes to... So when you're cleaning hospitals, you're not playing around then, huh?
No, sir, not at all.
And what... So in terms of germs, do you when you deal with germs all the time, do you just accept that, look, they're everywhere and we can't avoid them nowadays?
You can't avoid them. That's the thing. But keep in mind, too, some of these are bacteria germs, and some bacteria are actually good for you. It's the virus germs that are just horrible for everybody.
Right. And I guess, well, I know there's a list that just came out, 7 common places where you can find germs where you might not think. And the cell phone's the number one thing on the list. 75% of cell phone owners think nothing of using their phones into the bathroom. They use them in the bathroom everywhere else. Do you take any precautions with your own cell phone then?
Sure. I keep mine clean with the little wipes that you can get for them. You can actually buy, like, the eyeglass wipes work just as good as disinfecting wipes. And the reason the germs are so many on there is it's not just because you take them to the bathroom and everything, but think of how many times your hands have touched door handles and water faucets and, what other things can your hand be touching? Elevator buttons and things that have just covered in germs. And then you just transfer them to the phone. Yeah. And now you have put this phone up against your face and then transferring the germs into your skin, into your nose, into your mouth.
It's everywhere. Hey, if you wash something off with water, how effective is that?
It's not.
Doesn't do anything?
Doesn't do anything at all. No. Because water doesn't kill any germs. Water is a neutral product, It doesn't have anything that kills. Okay. Well, so you got to use something with soapy. Your handbag is another one. I guess, what can you do? Yeah. What can you do with that, though? You're not going to be washing your purse out, are you? Well, you can. I mean, cloth purses you can actually wash in the washing machine. There's several dry cleaners nowadays that have great dry cleaning products and processes for cleaning purses. With leather, if it's a leather purse, there's lots of leather cleaners out there. Same thing. And the reason the purses keep coming up so much is, again, you've had your hands everywhere for the handles, but women are notorious about putting these, like, on the chair in the restaurant or on the floor. You know, so they're collecting these germs from all of these places that are just not getting cleaned on a regular basis. So you walk around with hand sanitizer yourself? I use a lot of hand sanitizer, but I'm all the time. Yeah, so especially in the hospitals, I'm sure you got to be extra cautious. Your coffee maker, another big one. Now that's a problem though, because I mean, how can you go about dealing with that? You know, most coffee makers nowadays, you can stick actually in the washing machine. All of them are pretty much meant to be washed by a washing machine, which gets it hot enough to disinfect all the germs that are on it. So do you think people are getting sick from their coffee makers? You know, they're probably getting sick more from the coffee makers in their offices. The ones at home, you're probably keeping your kitchen as clean as possible. But again, I mean, if you've been touching raw meat or vegetables, you're talking about E. coli and salmonella that's on there that is now transferred over to your coffee pot. Do you drink coffee yourself then? I do. Every day. So when you're out and about, do you just go to one of the Starbucks or something? And is that what you I don't. I'm one of those people that just drinks coffee in the morning and then never the rest of the day. Okay, so you know your coffee pot. I don't have that issue. Yeah. Now in the bathroom, it turns out it's not the toilet seat that's really the most germy. It's our toothbrush holders or the toothbrush themselves. Is that how many germs are on our toothbrushes? Thousands. So we have what we call our little germometer. It truly is a swabber that you can swab a surface with and find out how many live germs are on something. So toilets are coming in, in a clean toilet, somewhere around 500 germs that are living. Toothbrushes are coming in somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000. And that's because you have all the food that's coming out of your mouth is now on your toothbrush. It has the ability to continue living there, the germs that are on it. Plus, it's moist. And that's where germs love to be, somewhere moist. I just saw this report talking about how they think that the reason we have so many allergies now is because our environments are too sterile. Have you heard that one? They're too sterile. They can be too sterile by the bacterial germs. The viruses, though, you're never going to build an immunity to that. You can only be inoculated for those kind and actually to be healthy against them. So the germs that you're getting every day from the toys and things like that, that's one thing. But when it is like a virus, like the flu and things like that, all you can do is get shots is probably the best way to prevent actually getting that. And then, of course, you can get the meds that take care of the symptoms after it.
Right.
But it doesn't actually keeps you from getting the flu itself.
And then, of course, wash your hands, right? Number one, how many times a day do you wash your hands?
Oh. Someday I'm actually going to count, but it's got to be somewhere well into the thousands, well into the hundreds.
No, you're kidding. In a day?
Well, yeah, because every time I go in from one operating room or one patient room, you have to wash or sanitize your hands before you go to the next one.
And you don't rub them raw that way?
I haven't yet. I'm 55 years old.
Wow. Well, that's an inspiration. I think most people probably should do it at least a couple times a day. Tricia Holderman, the website Elite Facility Systems, it's elitefacsys.com. They do clean all kinds of hospital and other facilities. Tricia, thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you.